start all over?
No. Well, sure. Just if you don't mind.
Yeah, no, I don't.
You're well versed, done this before. I mean, Nick has done this before in a different capacity. But I think, so go ahead. I'm sorry. Just wherever you were goal setting part of it. Maybe start there again.
Okay, so we're going to work on goals that you want to achieve.
Okay.
But we're going to give you a metric that tells you where you are and gives you some optimism how to get closer to your goals.
Great.
And so we're going to do some testing today. We're going to do body composition, height and weight, getting your body fat percentage and a BMI value, and that quantifies your body composition from a health perspective. And not to be overwhelmed with percent of body fat, but when we look at your body composition, there's a direct correlate to life expectancy.
Mm-hmm.
And so we want to improve that.
Okay.
We're also going to do some physical testing.
Okay.
We're going to do a mile time trial on the treadmill,
Okay.
and we're going to try and get you to put out your best efforts. But don't fear it if you're not fit, because we're going to allow you to test to where you are.
Okay.
Additionally, we're going to test your pulmonary function, so how well you use your lungs. Were you a previous smoker or a current smoker?
Nope, never.
Okay. Marijuana?
Nope.
Okay, so great. I mean, so you're already starting ahead of the game where you should have pretty good pulmonary function, but we want to see how that works.
Okay.
And then we'll show you some equipment that'll help you improve that on your own.
Perfect.
Other than that, we're going to talk about your nutrition. We're going to talk about it probably differently than you're used to, where we're going to look at cups of food, and the correlates with calorie consumption are spot on. So, it's no longer counting calories, but just cups of food, which is an easy visual.
Okay, great.
Questions before we kind of get into this?
No, I don't think so. Is it going to be painful or not too bad?
I'm going to do a prick on your finger to get some blood,
Okay.
to give us your blood glucose and your triglycerides. That's what
Okay.
we're interested in. That's probably the only thing. We're going to have you do a sit to stand test over a minute's time.
Okay.
And it gets a little tedious towards the end, and
Okay.
so we just want you to do the best you can do.
Okay.
And you are free to stop any test at any moment.
Okay.
And that's entirely up to you. Obviously, we want to get to the end point, but each time, if you come back, then we're going to have a comparative value.
Great. I like it.
Okay? So we have a workbook for you.
Okay.
And if you look at the beginning of the book, a lot of explanations of how we got to where we are to get this program up and going. And I do encourage you, have this sitting on your coffee table at home, and you can just, kind of make a goal to get through the book on your own by reading it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think your understanding of why we're doing what we're doing will come from that.
Okay.
And that helps you want to be a little more motivated.
Okay.
Additionally, so right now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the middle of the book, towards the end. And, these are the things that we hope to accomplish with you. And so we're going to do the testing today, and we're going to show you how to use our app, and then we're going to show you how to get to these various parts to try and get to your goals.
Okay.
And this is something you're going to take home. None of this really is going to make sense until after we're done. But after we get done with your testing and you get printed results of that, then you can go through here and kind of match your goals with what you want to do. And then lastly, this is what we're going to do today. So I'm going to have you fill this out.
Okay.
This is going to be your book. Nobody else is going to have access to this unless you give it to them.
All right.
Okay, so if we were to look at 4 pillars of health,
Okay.
Which includes different components of wellness, we're basically focusing on physical, which is both diet and exercise, and mental. So, whether you have a stressful job or a job that's not challenging, or you've got a lot of stress at home with young kids, or any of those kinds of things. And then financial, a lot of times this is tied to almost all of our other aspects. The number one cause of divorce in the United States is financial discord. And then spiritual, we would just want to know, is that something that you're interested in improving? So all of these are things that you're going to put a mark on and say, right now, this is the most important thing. I got to get rid of 50 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you're going to, put an X closer to the edge over there. Maybe your financial health is perfect. You're married to a financial planner, and so you don't need any help with that because that's already taken care of. Spirituality is finding hope in the world, and that can be a lot of different ways. It can be looking at a God, looking at Jesus Christ, how we view Jesus Christ in our world today. It could be in nature, but at some point you have to come to grips with there's a spirituality component that is really important in our life, because spirituality is actually predicted to increase longevity in life. People with hope live longer, and so we want you to kind of work on that as well. So I'm going to have you decide where you want to stress your importance.
Yeah, I think all of them are very important. I think I'm mainly here to work on probably my physical, and if I can help with my mental and financial and spiritual side too, that's great. I think they all tie together. So
Okay,
that'd
so
be great.
I'm going to just do a segue here. If you were a female,
Okay.
I would ask you, assuming that you're over 40, whether you're perimenopausal or if you're menopausal right now, because then we can address the mental and the physical sides of that,
Sure.
Which is really important to understand as you navigate those, next 10 years.
Sure. That's great. Yep.
Okay. First of all, how do I just start a new one here?
So just actually go to
Oops.
so maximize that screen again. Just hit OK there. So then go to profile here and log out, and then that way, because depending on who's logged in, when you put the records, it'll record who the sort of coach is. So I think you have to do your Stacy at a Real House card there, right?
Password.
Health, capital H. 1, 2, 3 exclamation.
All right, so I'm going to set up a new account for you. Is it under users?
So PHR, add PHR. So.
Oh, okay.
So then you go to create new. So below that, click on that. So right there, yep. And just put in test 1, 2, 3 or something like that.
I like it. Okay, that's got a number in there.
That's fine.
Okay.
And hit add. Okay, yeah. So just add a random character to the first part of it. Perfect.
All right. Nick, you are a male, and
54.
your age.
54. And then the rest we'll get to.
All right. So first, the way we're going to do these tests, we're going to do height, weight. Then I'm going to put you on the scale.
Okay.
When we do your height, we're going to have you take your shoes off. When I put you on the scale to get various readings, we're going to have you go barefoot.
Okay.
And I know it's not clean, so it should have been cleaned off. And from there, we're going to get a lot of values. Then we're going to look at your blood pressure.
Okay.
Okay, and then we're going to go to the blood testing, getting your blood glucose, et cetera, and then we will test your breathing, and then we will do the physical testing.
Perfect.
Physical testing in order will be the treadmill to the sit and stand test.
Okay.
All right?
Sounds
Any
good.
questions?
No.
All
I'm
right.
good.
Well, let's have
Just-
your.
I would make sure you do just anything else.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
just
yeah,
drive
yeah,
and do one
yeah,
last
yeah.
little quick in
Yeah.
case there's any
Hey,
health
Nick, is there
issues.
anything else I need to know? You got
No, I'm
bad
good.
knees?
I got sort of a chronic back issue, but that's not really
Okay.
an issue right now. And no, I'm otherwise decent health. I got referred by Nick Meyer. He's an awesome guy. I
Really?
just met him, yeah.
Okay, well, we'll make sure he gets paid for that.
He gets a bonus. No, that's about it.
All right. Well, let's go.
Let's go. All right.
All right. Have you
What do
take
you
your
need?
shoes off?
Okay.
Okay, so when we do this, what I want you to
Like, I
do.
was curious, is it going to drop down if you let it go? It should stay. No, it doesn't.
I wouldn't
Okay,
trust you.
friction fit.
I'm going to have you look straight ahead.
Okay.
Don't lift up your chin. Just keep your
Okay.
chin parallel to the floor.
Sounds good.
All right, I'm going to have you step forward. Are you going
Got
to
it shorter.
negate that? So I've got you at 5'11".
Okay. That's fine.
Okay.
I'm just going to double check that to make sure that thing hasn't shifted up.
All right, so that's 71 inches. $5'11". No, that's
71.
yeah.
Yep.
That's all right.
I was taller last
The
week.
rest of the world knows you at 6 feet because
That's
you
right.
always have shoes on.
That's
So
right, exactly.
It's all good. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is I gotta find the phone. This program is connected up to our phone. I don't remember. What is it?
1442
Oh, it's the same.
00. Sorry, 144200. So that one requires 6.
Okay.
So
And,
should I just that star fit that little green one there?
okay.
Then just X out of that. Hit that again for the user. Hit guest. Female or male.
Oops.
And birth. I don't think you need to do that. I think
Okay.
you can skip the birthday.
All right.
Just the height. You need my socks off for this?
Yes, I do. And what I want you to do
I've been a
is.
pedicure for a while.
Okay, that's all right.
Actually, I haven't.
That makes me feel better. I have to find another ortho if I hear you're doing pedicures. So what's going to happen is I want your forefoot up on this part, the heel perfectly aligned, shoulder width apart.
Okay.
And then what you're going to do is you're going to hold this, and you're going to make sure your thumbs are here to get your heart rate. So I got to turn this thing on. There we go. Okay, so any questions before you step on?
No, I think we're good.
And it's going to take a while for this to communicate with this, so don't step off until I tell you.
Just gonna take my card. Use that. Yeah.
All right.
So again, I think at least this far back, probably. Because this one's pretty close to the wall.
Okay. So what else do you got going for the today?
Meeting up with the family. Ellie got home last night,
Oh, nice.
so she's home for the weekend.
Good.
Yeah, we're just running around, doing some errands, little family dinner tonight.
All right. All right, so yes, you can step
Sure.
off. Yeah, I got it. You can just have a seat again. Oh, I put this information
Can I
into
put my
the...
socks on?
You may put your shoes and socks on.
Thanks.
That's it? Oh. Oh,
So
it
again, I
just
would-
calculates BMI.
would
Yeah.
Make sure you write it down here.
Okay, all right, that's right. Okay. All right, so we're gonna get all this stuff on here. 71. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do your hip to waist ratio while we're doing the body composition.
Hip or height?
Height. You're killing me here. All right, so I'm going to have you lift your shirt up or just show me where your belly button is. All right, I'm going to get kind of in your space here. Are you comfortable with that?
That's okay.
All right. Oh, I got you. I'm gonna break this for you.
Don't force it.
Was I just?
Yeah, if you press the button, it should sort of snug it up. I need to pull it way out there, and then you press the button.
Okay, I got you. Okay. All right, perfect.
Everything over?
Yep. All right, you may have a seat. Oh my goodness, I can't remember it. This is when you hire old people and you can't expect them to remember all this stuff. Oh my goodness.
You twist it, I think. Okay. Make sure it's inches
Gotcha.
or hour. Again, whatever that number is there is the number.
Okay, gotcha.
That you remember.
Yeah, it is actually the one I remembered. I just didn't think it was right.
Is it like 50?
No. All right. So next thing I'm going to do